Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am Richard, and I am about to talk to you about a film that has been on my radar for just a little bit, and that would be Nightmare Cinema with Mickey Rourke. It was originally released in 2018, enjoyed a short theatrical release in 2019, and now you can see it on Amazon Prime for about $7. Okay, so what is Nightmare Cinema? Well, Nightmare Cinema is a story. Well, it's a bunch of stories strung together by a sort of narrator, Grim Reaper-esque character who is a projectionist at a haunted cinema. Yes, people come in, see that the movies star them, are intrigued, walk inside the theater, see their worst nightmare, and so forth. This particular projectionist, of course, played by the somewhat creepy on his own Mickey Rourke, is what's supposed to tie this story together. And it is a story of body horror. What do I mean by body horror? I mean, this is horrible actions, horrible images, illustrating the destruction or corruption of the human form. Like, for example, the very first installment is a slasher until you get to the twist. And then the twist shows you the corruption of the human form. The second piece, starring I'm going to get this wrong. Zira Mulholland? I actually know, or at least worked with this girl back in like 2004. I should know her name. But anyway, so Zira plays a hot chick with a few lines on her face who is going to go get plastic surgery because our society sucks. And anything involving plastic surgery technically becomes very quickly body horror, but it is the horror of what can happen to you on that operating table that breaks this thing down. And then you have another segment that appears to be in another dimension where human beings are being twisted and broken and becoming true pieces of horror that can hardly be looked at, let alone described. Yes. This movie's worth $7. I mean, if you're not into body horror, you're not going to like this movie. Okay. If you're a big fan of, say, the Freddy Krueger films, not just the first one, but all of them, you would probably really love this movie. Because it is a lot of that kind of horror. But where the story falls flat for me, of course, is that it lacks a certain level of cohesion, which I don't feel that it has enough of. I mean, yeah, I get it, this is a body horror film, but what is the central character? What is his relation? Can we learn more about him? Maybe they're leaving this for a sequel, and if there was a sequel, I would totally go. But you know, it leaves a lot of questions there. It's very nihilistic in that regard. So yes, wonderful body horror piece, not as great of an art film, definitely going to make you think just a little bit. But hey, you're a horror junkie, this is a must-see. Not a horror junkie, give it a pass. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Love you, yours, comments below. I'm Richard. Hello folks, I'm Fred the Facehugger, reminding you to like and comment on this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, because if you don't, Random Street Theater might not be around forever. And for every 1,000 subscribers, we're going to take a pound of trash out of the ocean. We don't have that many yet, so get subscribing, tell your friends, or I facehug you. Mwah!